Hi, CF Liu here, independent licensed financial advisor in Malaysia, bringing up your awareness when it comes to how to pay less tax legally by maximizing or claiming more tax relief, income tax relief that you are eligible for, while still staying as a responsible taxpayer. So you don't offend the taxman, which in this case Lembaga Hasil Dalam Negeri or the Inland Revenue Board. So how do you want to use your children if you have any? Now this is only for parents. If you don't have children, you can skip this, but for the rest of us that are parents, we have children. So how do we want to actually claim more tax relief? By using the very existence of our children, our child, whether it's 1, 2, 3 or 4. So how do you want to do is that if your children is, they are studying, they are schooling, they are buying books, revision books, other books, story books and all that, that it is still claimable under your lifestyle tax relief when you want to claim not only for yourself, your spouse and also for your children, right? So children books, keep the receipt. You could actually claim that for your children. Now the thing is it is a bit outdated for most people to actually buy books to read because you use e-books and all that, but unfortunately for children's schooling, primary school and all that, they still use physical books most of the case, or story books, and it's good for children to actually not have too much of a face time with all those device, tablet and all that, but read books instead. So children books really works. You can easily max it out, combine with your internet subscription. You buy a new handphone, boom, easily you can max out one of the easier tax relief, which is a lifestyle income tax relief, to actually maximize on. And of course, if you disagree with what I just say by not buying them books, you can actually buy them a tablet. Like a lot of parents out there, you go to a restaurant in a public place, you see there are a lot of children to keep a lot of hyperactive children sitting in their place without disrupting the adults or other children. They have their own dedicated tablet, right, or smartphone to keep them occupied at dinner tables. Good idea, you can do that as well. I'm not judging. And the other thing is, that lifestyle tax relief is also eligible for buying sport equipment. Now if your children are in school and they have to buy badminton racket, they have to buy basketball and all that, that is also eligible. But there are certain so-called sports equipment which is not eligible according to the Sports Development Act. If you need more details on that, leave your comments below and we will get right into it to answer you. Next, by just having a children under 18 years old, and when I say 18 years old, toddler are included, newborn are included. Now if they are not newborn, they are actually under 18, or even if they are over 18 a bit and they are doing A-level matriculation, like pre-university courses, that this category you can actually claim 2,000 each per children. One children claim 2,000, two children claim 4,000, right? But again, if you have two children, only one of the parents can claim. If normally the higher the parents with a higher income would be claiming that, because that would save more tax if they are in a higher income bracket. You cannot claim multiple times. Father and mother claim for the same child, right? You have to decide. So the thing is, what if they are above 18? They are like doing university, they are doing in their so-called tertiary of education, but they are doing diploma or higher, then you are eligible for up to 8,000 per child of tax relief. Now what if your child is actually studying overseas? Can I claim, because if you study in USA, can you claim 8,000 multiplied by 4 just because USA, their currency 4 times stronger than Malaysia? No, you can't. So there's even some restriction onto this. If they are doing their tertiary education overseas, it must be in a degree or higher. Cannot be in diploma. If your children are doing diploma in Singapore, then that is not claimable. Doing a diploma in Malaysia, then you can claim 2,000 each, right? But if you're doing diploma in Singapore, it's not claimable under 2,000. But if it's doing degree in Singapore, which outside Malaysia, then yes, you can claim up to 8,000. So that is the condition. Now this is very subtle, so I really want to make sure that you really know about this, so you don't really claim wrongly and you gonna audited, and then they say you're not putting at the right figure and you are penalized. So what if Your next question will be, what if my children, they are doing some vocational courses, they are not really at university, they are probably by 19, 20, they are married for whatever reason, and already they are having part-time job, they are working, they are married, or both, can I still claim? Now, there's some caveats into this. If you want to know, you want some clarity, just leave your comments below and we'll get right into that. Now, still on the children, using your children to claim more tax relief so that you can pay less income tax. So still on education. Now you see that I've mentioned about this insurance savings plan. It's also tax deductible, but the thing is, not every insurance savings plan are made the same, right? If you are like they are 12 and all that, you buy some saving plans, you happily claim some tax relief. Now it could fulfill one thing, but is you want to actually think about, is that really the most efficient way to actually use that kind of tax relief, right? The 3,000 medical tax relief. Is it better to actually buy a medical card for yourself, or is it better to actually buy the same policy which costs 3,000 for their insurance savings plan for their education? So it must be in your children's name as a beneficiary, right? You cannot just buy a saving plan for yourself with none of your children's name inside that policy. That does not qualify as education plan, because you cannot be the one being an education plan. Only your children can. But is there the most effective way to maximize this 3,000 medical or education insurance tax relief? Now, I don't know your situation, but you might get some insights by checking out this video in the upper right hand corner, which popping up about insurance savings plan. Now, a lot of people got onto the insurance saving plan for the right reason, which is tax relief, but actually there could be better way to actually claim that tax relief, but by not having this kind of insurance savings plan for children education. Now, I don't know, you might want to check out this lesson after this video ends. When it comes to medical card, it's really to get the best one, the most value for money, is really no walk in the park. If you need more details on what are the best medical card in the market, what are the criteria they should have, then check out this another video I'm showing you in the upper right hand corner after this video, and check out on that how to get the best medical card for yourself or even your children. Now the thing is, if your children is still far from going to college, then consider what I call as SSPN or PTPTN savings. Now, not for you to borrow money, but for your children, you open account for your children, you contribute your money in, so it is like you saving money for your children education as well. So I've covered about this tax relief previously over here, to say this one of the tax relief that require you to actually allocate back, not spend the money, but instead put your money somewhere. In this case, for a very good purpose, children education, so that you can claim more for it instead of spending that, because most tax relief are about spending money, but SSPN tax relief up to 8,000 per year, if as of 2019, is for saving money, right? If your kids are under 6 years old and they are going to childcare or kindergarten, you can actually claim like up to like 1,000 for those this nursery or daycare fee. But there is a caveat out of it. It's not every thing also can claim. There are certain criteria out of that. So if you really want to know the details, comments below, just to keep this video short. But you know that this exists, but the exact details, comments below, and we're able to actually answer you. So just let us some time, we're able to answer you how you can be eligible, what kind of kindergarten or nursery you'll be eligible to claim this 1,000 of children daycare or nursery or kindergarten if your child is below 6 years old. Lastly, if you are a parent who are expecting kids, and kids, baby, toddler need to drink milk, and you can actually claim for the equipment for your milk feeding. Now, when I say milk feeding, it's not bottle feeding. They say that you can only claim for this 1,000 equipment that is used not for milk feeding, but for breastfeeding, right? Breastfeeding, you can actually use this equipment, breastfeeding equipment eligible for 1,000 of claim. Now there's again a certain caveat into that. Can you claim that every year? The answer is no. So what are the term and condition? I want you to leave a comments below. Now this few tax relief is relatively new, and it might not be there all the time. So you might as well, if you're in this situation where you're eligible for this Malaysian income tax relief, you might as well utilize this claim, right? So that being said, if you find value in this lesson, tax relief lesson, I want you to hit on the like button so you give me some encouragement. At least I'm doing a good job. And subscribe if you want to be notified of subsequent in the future the lesson. I don't only talk about tax relief, it's about investing, personal finance, saving money, budgeting, how to be financially free and all that. So that being said, you can actually stay on to proceed to the next tax relief lesson. Or if investing is your thing, as always, I want to tell people, after conducting a lot of workshops for Maybank, RHB and all those major fund houses in Malaysia, I think one of the best investment that pays the most consistent dividend anywhere in the world, and in Malaysia especially, asset class that I call REIT. So REIT is something that it's more less monitoring needed compared to like stocks, day trading, and it's not as full of hassle, and it's not as consuming a lot of capital and time like your traditional property investment. So if this pique your interest, you're also interested in investing, I mean, who does not, right? You want to check out this, one of the most popular, most viewed video lesson on this best dividend investment in Malaysia. This exact video, after this video ends, I want to check out on that. You don't miss out. It has already garnered about 5 figures, and it's really skyrocketing on the view. People love this lesson so much, so I want you to check out that lesson. That being said, this is CF Liu, and I'll see you in another lesson.